Great Wednesday morning, May 19th, 2021. To God be the glory for yet another opportunity to behold his riches, blessings. Great is his faithfulness. We are in 2 Kings, the 6th chapter. And there's a question. Elisha had an opportunity to get rid of some enemies, some people who came against Israel, and were about to do some things to them. And pretty much Elisha told the king, don't harm them, even though they had an opportunity to get rid of the people. He said, don't do that, but instead set bread and water before them and let them eat and drink and go to their master. Because the king of Israel, asked, my father, shall I smite them? Shall I kill them? And he answered, thou shalt not smite them. Wouldest thou smite those whom thou hast taken captive with sword and with the bow? Listen, the Lord wants us to treat our enemies, people who do us crazily. Is that a word, crazily? That is an adverb. People who talk about us behind the back, people who give us the side eye, maybe physically or emotionally, they're just like, listen, you better love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who despitefully use you. Pray for those who hate you. And in verse 23, it says, and he prepared great provision. There wasn't like, here you go, but great provision. And the Lord wants us to do the same for the people who have been planted around us. Even though if they are angry or bitter, great provision. And when they had eaten and drunk, he sent them away and they went to their master. That's what the Lord wants us to do. Send them away because he has placed us in an environment for a reason. We might not understand it. We will probably never comprehend the behind the scenes workings because our thoughts are lower than our Father's thoughts. Our ways are much lower than our Master, Creator, Father's ways. But we have to trust his navigation. We have to trust the journey and know that he has plans for us, plans to prosper us, not to harm us, but to give us an expected end. So it's so powerful as far as the ruminations and the meditations, because our thoughts can never match his, never. But we want to make sure that we're pleasing the Lord with our thoughts. And we would have gone over Psalms 19:14. Yeah, we say it easily, but it's something about mindfulness. Remember, we have like at least 10,000 thoughts. Some of us have 80,000 thoughts a day. And just know there are a lot. And neuroscientists have said that 80% of those thoughts are negative. And then a percentage, the great proportion, the majority of those thoughts are repeats, reruns of the negative thoughts from last week, yesterday. So we want the Lord to regulate our mind. This brain is so powerful, and it charts out so much. So our prayer, Psalms 19:14, let the words of our mouth and the meditations of our heart, whatever's in the heart is going to come out in the mouth. If there's bitterness, if it's hatred, if it's anger, there's darkness in our heart, and we got to check that. And we want the Lord to accept our words and thoughts. O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. This is our prayer today. And again, we would have gone to, Psalms 49 and verse 3, I believe. Yep, my mouth shall speak of wisdom. But whatever comes from the mouth is from the heart. The heart controls, the brain controls. And what is it? The controlling, the active mindful controlling, it says, and the meditation of my heart? What do we feast on? What do we put within ourselves? And the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. And again, we would have gone to Psalms 139. If our thoughts need to be regulated, we want them to be reminded of the faithfulness of the Lord and his thoughts. And look, verse 2, Psalms 139. Thou knowest my down sitting and my uprising. Thou understandest my thoughts from afar off. Because the Lord compasseth. He knows our path, our lying down. He's acquainted with all of our ways. We can't hide anything. We can dress up and say, oh yeah, I like you, yeah. But then deep down, we're envious. We're full of hatred. Lord, search me. And, oh, that's the end. It says, search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. Verse 23. And see if there be any wicked way. Do a search warrant on me, what is inside of me, and see if there be any wicked way in me. Do an audit of my brain and my heart, and lead me in the way of everlasting. That's the way to have abundant living every day. Woo, what do you have to say about that, son? It's good stuff. Take on what the Lord has given you today. Make sure you do that heart audit and brain audit. Only the Lord can do that. So give it to him. Say, Lord, search me. Search the cerebellum and the amygdala and the, the prefrontal lobe, all of that, the whole brain and the anterior cortex, is it? The heart, everything. The Lord knows. All right. Have a good day. Enjoying the presence of the Lord.